Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 18. So, last couple episodes of Buffy have been really depressing. I don't know how else to put it. It's been a very dark time for the show, for the audience, just saying. Not to make this all about me, but yeah, so I'm very curious as we're kind of leading up to a build up. We're approaching the end of the 5th season of Buffy, which is crazy. It's crazy. I'm on the 5th season of Buffy and almost done with it. But here we are. We're building up towards the finale. I think there's 20-something episodes. I don't know exactly how many there are, but I'm guessing the direction the show is going to take. I mean, what is going to happen? Let me just theorize a little bit really quickly. We've been setting up the Spike in love with Buffy arc for a long time, and then obviously we have the Glory arc. We still haven't seen much of the Watchers Council since the great episode where Buffy, told them what's up and who was in charge there. What is gonna happen? I feel like to defeat Glory, it's gonna have to involve two things. Dawn, because there's still things about Dawn that we don't know exactly, right? Like what entity, what powers, what exactly, there's still mystery around the key, so I feel like that's going to play a role in defeating Glory somehow. And then I also really feel like Ben is going to fight against Glory, which I don't know how that will work since I think they're sharing the same body, right? I'm pretty sure. Most people probably already know. I'm sure I'm probably one of the slowest reactors to kind of understand what's happening, but that's what I would just theorize as far as that. But where's the Spike arc gonna go, Like, I hope... Okay, wow, I just thought of a theory, and I hope it doesn't go down this route, but I just thought of a theory. What if Spike sacrifices his life to save Buffy from Glory? Because that would kind of make sense with the arc in the sense that Spike is in love with Buffy, so I think I could see him giving his life up for Buffy. Even though that would be kind of definitive proof that vampires can have a true form of love. So I don't know how that fits with the lore, but I don't really care. But I would be so sad to lose Spike. So maybe that's what's going to happen. Man, if they do a season where we lose both Spike and Joyce, why am I watching, right? That's just my theory. My theory is that Spike is also going to play a role in defeating Glory because they've really built up something is going to happen significant between Buffy and Spike, and I just don't see I don't see Buffy warming up to Spike, even if there is some level of attraction, which I kind of think there is. In what universe would that actually work in a real way? But what they could do is maybe Spike could have a redemption, but it's so strange. Like, could a vampire actually it's so tough because I feel like we've seen time and time again how Spike's obsession with Buffy really is an obsession, not true love. So if he did sacrifice himself to save Buffy, to me that's true love, which really would be very interesting if vampires can really do a truly good deed like that. But where else are they going with that arc, right? Like, what else could happen? They've played the humor, they've played the drama. I mean, they could have Spike and Buffy get together, but how? What would Buffy be thinking? You know what I mean? I just don't see it. And what else could you do? I mean, I feel like like I said, if something big has to happen with that arc. It's such a major part of season 5, but maybe not. But that's my theory. My theory is that all these kind of characters are going to come together, Dawn, Ben, and Spike, and that's the only way they're going to be able to defeat Glory. But anyways, more than enough talking for me. As always, a full unedited reaction of this episode along with future episodes of both Buffy and Angel are all up on Patreon. Thank you to everyone who supports there. Let's get into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 18.
Giles, you don't have to help. You cook. Want to clean out the garage on Saturday? You feel indispensable.
How tempting.
Let's have them before they get furry and we have to name them. I was like 5 then.
Were you, Dawn? That's cool. Giles is helping out, though.
We're holding up, though. Getting into a routine.
Routine's good.
That's true.
In fact, I was thinking that we might return to our training schedule.
Doesn't look like Buffy's ready for that exactly.
I was, thinking about maybe taking a break or something.
From training? From slaying? Completely?
He's off for a while. Not get into full slay mode.
I mean, I could see if she needs her space, but...
I'm just starting to feel uneasy about stuff. Training, slaying, all of it.
As in she wants to retire?
I'm starting to feel like being the slayer is turning me into stone.
I kind of see what she's saying?
You're bound to feel emotionally numb.
Before that, Riley left because I was shut down.
That's not the full picture, but
And now my mom is gone, and I loved her more than anything.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if she knew.
She knew.
Yeah, Joyce knew. Of course Joyce knew.
To slay, to kill, it means being hard on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, this honestly makes me think of when she was bad, right?
Giles, I love you. It feels strange.
How serious are you about this?
10?
Out of
Serious to the amount of 10?
10 out of 10? I mean, you have to take care of Glory before you retire, Buffy.
In the Watcher's diaries, a quest.
A quest?
What?
Take a day, perhaps 2.
I'm not leaving Dawn. Not with Glory looking for her.
Take Dawn with you.
If you have to go learn, if it'll help you out, I think you should do.
Giles is proud of Dawn. She is a tough kid.
I love you.
Getting weird.
It's important that I tell you. Weird love's better than no love.
So true, so true.
Some say it's better than the real thing.
Better than the real thing.
Oh, oh my gosh, I totally forgot we got Robot Buffy.
What about the rest? Little walk, little talk.
Spike, you have issues, bro. Let me just say.
Spike? Oh, Spike.
Oh, this must have been so much fun to act. Oh my gosh. I forgot about this twist in the story completely with Spike, man. Is Robot Buffy gonna become a force that has to be defeated as well? And come on, Spike, I feel like, I don't think Robot Buffy is going to fill that hole inside of Spike. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not really Buffy who wants him, he's always gonna know that.
He stabbed you in your body.
Binks is all right, Your Highness.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness he's okay.
I'm a god in exile, far from the hellfires of home and sharing my body with an enemy.
The hellfires of home.
Plus your little stomach.
Don't hit him.
Pain!
How can we help?
A head rub.
She's going to have contact with it. Find out who's new in her life, who's special, who's different.
Oh, that all points to Dawn.
That girl has my key, and I'm trusting you boys to get it for me.
Oh, she's seriously closing in.
Get it for me.
A twist on if you love me, keep my commandments, right? Get it for me. The desert setting just reminds me of, the amazing episode where we got to see the first Slayer, the dream episode.
I have to perform a ritual to transfer my guardianship of you temporarily to a guide.
Ooh, what guide? Can we trust this guide?
It leads me to the sacred place, and then a week later it leads you to my bleached bones.
Buffy, please. Takes more than a week to bleach bones.
How's it start?
Jump out of the circle, and I jump back in it, and then
Maybe they should have brought Willow for help.
I know this ritual. The ancient shamans were next called upon to do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around.
It's gonna be like a side quest in a video game. I like how embarrassed he is, too. Did it work?
I'm helpless against you, you fiend.
Okay, well, it seems to be working for Spike, you know what I mean? And Buffy honestly looking pretty fashionable, right? Is that her guide? You better hope your guide isn't hungry, Buffy. I mean, I like the scenery. And it's cool seeing Buffy in, like, a different location, you know?
I know this place.
Wait, is it the same exact place from her dream?
Onion and I go do a quick patrol?
I don't see why we have to patrol just because Buffy's away. I'd rather stay home and watch television.
Well, yes, me too, Anya.
This thing on the History Channel tonight, Salem witch trial stuff, which is only gonna get her all upset.
I was there.
What you doing, Dawn?
We're really a witch. You could do a spell to escape.
They need to keep an eye on her, or I swear Glory's gonna get her.
Darn your sinister attraction.
you afraid of me?
Yes.
It's good acting, because it's her, but it's just not quite her.
Spike, I can't help myself. I love you. Should I start this program over?
No programs, don't use that word.
Yeah. Killing the mood here. You gotta keep him immersed.
Put a coffee mug down on it or anything. And don't spill. Okay. Oh, and don't fold the page corners down.
Is Willow gonna be okay here? It's never good when you're alone at night in Sunnydale. Little stalker.
Time to slay.
Yeah.
She's programmed to actually slay?
Vampires of the world, beware.
I mean, this could be how Buffy retires if she can actually slay competently, right? I feel like having a robot version this advanced just opens up a whole door of possibilities for this show.
Xander. And Anya, how is your money?
Fine.
I like how happy Anya was to be asked.
How was the whole Vision Quest experience?
I don't understand that question. You're my friend and a carpenter.
Come on, Xander, put it together.
Spike! It's Spike.
The secret's gonna come out.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello all.
Spike, how are you gonna cover this up? How?
Ow! Hey! Give a fella a break there, Slayer. The place is crawling with vamps tonight.
Anya's looking around. Where? Where are they?
We haven't seen any vamps, so you sure there's...
Lucky timing. Lucky timing. You were about to get exposed, Spike. Seems pretty good. Come on, Anya. Nice, nice.
Buffy?
Spike and I will do it alone. You guys head home.
They have to notice something's off, right?
I don't understand that. I did the slaying. I should be,
Satisfying.
but I'm not.
Not without Spike.
My skin is all hot. Do I look hot to you?
Always.
Yeah, always.
You better feel me to make sure.
I can do that.
Imagine if that's actually what happens with relationships in the next 20 years.
Vampire dust can't be good.
I wish Giles told us
I
there.
never thought about that. Breathing in vampire dust, right? Kind of nasty if you think about it.
Silly ritual with an enchanted prairie dog or something.
Whoever it was, I think she's still a little spacey. Hey, she never asked about Dawn.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
Yes, okay, good, Xander. Good.
Here's some.
Are they gonna see? Are they gonna see?
Oh, Spike,
Oh my gosh.
you're the big bad. You're the big bad.
That will traumatize them forever.
Where's Dawn?
She's in the bedroom. She fell asleep.
Is she?
Buffy's gone insane.
People do strange things when someone they love.
Wait till you hear. Wait till you hear.
I did some pretty dumb stuff, like lying to my family and staying out all night.
Buffy's boinking Spike.
Grief can be powerful, and we shouldn't judge.
What are you kidding? She's nuts. You aren't really gonna slap her, are you?
No, but if I have to see her straddle Spike again, I will definitely knock myself unconscious.
Poor Buffy has no idea what's happening to her reputation.
Who's there?
Oh, it's this first layer. It is.
You're taking advantage of.
She's upset about a mom. I'm not going to deny it to her. I'm not a monster.
Yes.
Well, you are, yeah.
So sorry to intrude, but I wondered if I might beg a moment of your time.
Friends of yours?
No one's friends. And Spike take him on? There's a lot of them. Yeah, no.
She will want the key intact. Key? Who's a key? I'm not the...
Oh, that's an amazing misunderstanding. I'm so slow to catch on because Robot Buffy's protecting Spike above all. Okay, that's so funny.
What about love? Not just boyfriend love.
You think you're losing your ability to love.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
but that's what she feels.
Love, give, forgive. Risk the pain. It is your nature. Love will bring you to your gift.
What?
Yeah, it's a little bit vague, right?
I waited like you said. Then I missed you.
You gotta rescue your boyfriend.
Spike's gone.
Buffy, come in.
How long before Willow realizes? Maybe a spell will reveal that she's not human.
Spike, it isn't true, is it? You didn't sleep with Spike.
No, I had sex with Spike.
Everyone was being all sympathetic and making you feel weak. And Spike wasn't like that.
Willow really put thought into this, you know?
Then kinda crazy.
It wasn't one time.
Big sketches? Yo.
Angel had a soul.
Angel's lame. His hair goes straight up, and he's bloody stupid.
That's more roast of Angel. Let's hear it.
Let me help you.
You're my best friend.
Guys.
I mean, this is such an odd thing to say, both of those sentences.
I was scared. Are you hurt? What happened?
The demony kinds of guys. Buffy.
Yes, that's me.
The guys that work for Glory, you said they're kind of like hobbits with leprosy?
What a great description. Holy.
Spike, I think they're taking him to Glory.
But he knows about Dawn.
We have to get him back.
So how do we find him?
She's like, I'm the leader?
Let's hit your place. We'll stock up.
Tara, can you stay here and watch Dawn? Of course.
Where is Dawn? I'm so concerned that she sneaked out.
I'm full of love. Love will lead me to my gift.
Yes.
I'm getting a gift.
You have a gift.
Death is your gift.
Oh.
Death?
Is your gift.
No. Death is not a gift.
Yeah, not normally.
Then I kill demons, but it is not a gift to anybody.
Your question has been answered.
Oh, that's all she's gonna get. It's a riddle. It's a puzzle. If death is her gift, what is...
What the hell is that? And why is its hair that color?
He is the key.
Well, I said it in unison.
I'm as impure as the driven yellow snow.
Can't even brain suck a vampire. He's completely useless.
Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky.
We observed the Slayer. She protected this one above all others. She treated him as precious.
My precious.
Really? Precious.
Now she's intrigued.
Peek at you, precious.
Sold off.
Spike, careful. Yeah.
Maybe there's something on the inside.
She really gonna do that? Oh, dang. Whoa.
What do you know, precious?
Spike, this is karma for creating a weird robot, man.
Where do we go? Where should we look for Glory?
She's a god. She wants the key.
Yeah, so we should look.
I don't know.
When you ask ChatGPT to take the lead.
Okay, Buff, it's okay. You're right. You shouldn't have to know everything.
We need to rescue Spike.
Priority 1.
Maybe change your clothes, you know, something more fighty.
I can do that. I'll be right back.
Okay, Willow's gonna be like, that's not Buffy, right? She must know.
Intervention time again?
Yeah, because what we need right now is a sane Buff.
Group hang time?
Oh, dang. Okay. Okay, here we go.
That was quick.
Didn't seem like it to me. Death is my gift.
How long is this gonna go before the two Buffys meet?
We need to talk.
What's wrong? Is Dawn okay?
Dawn's fine.
First thing she asks, see? So different.
And we're worried about you. The way you're acting, the things you're doing.
With Spike.
This shouldn't be about blame.
Blame? There's blame now?
Some fear.
We're just kind of thrown by
Concern.
sex with Spike.
Someone had to say it.
Who, what, and how with huh?
That usually comes before anger.
I am not having sex with Spike.
Anger. Anger, yeah, how do you call it?
I am not having sex with Spike, but I'm starting to think that you might be. Spike's mine. Who's straddling Spike? Oh my god.
Yeah, ditto.
You look just like me. We're very pretty. Two of them.
Hey, I know this. They're both Buff.
No.
No, yeah. Different than your case, Sander.
You guys couldn't tell me apart from a robot?
She was acting pretty robotic.
She's very well done.
She is.
Spike must have had her built so he could program her.
Imagine the things.
No imagining.
But they can use this. They can use Robot Buffy as a diversion against Buffy.
We were gonna bring that.
We were getting wet.
Grab him. We're going now. I have to kill him.
She's like, I want to kill him myself.
How is a vampire that won't talk like an apple?
Oh, man, Glory is vicious.
Long strip.
Enough. No more.
Reminds me of Angel when he gets tortured. No, don't. Come on. You do have to respect Spike to a certain extent that he's getting tortured and not giving up Dawn, right?
She's very smart and she's gonna help us save Spike.
Spike didn't even bother to program mine.
We are not going to save him. We're going to kill him. He knows who the key is.
Don't tell Robot Buffy that.
He's evil. You should see him naked. I mean, really. Xander, you come with me. Willow, Anya, stick together, and Giles.
It's rubbing off. He didn't tell her, did he?
It's that guy on TV.
He's staying true.
Where they guess what stuff cost.
Price is right. Bob Barker. We will bring you Bob Barker. We will.
Come on, they can't fall for this. Glory's not gonna fall for this. Yeah.
And Bob Barker is as old as Grit. The vampire is lying.
Oh, Spike.
But it was fun. And guess what, bitch? I'm not telling you Jack.
Dang. That's so brave.
You might be strong, but in our world, you're an idiot.
I am a god.
A god of what? Bad home puns. Slayer is going to kick your skanky, lopsided ass back.
She looks.
Cheap, whorish, fashion victim, ex-god like you.
That's a pretty good roast. I think he wanted her to do that, though, so he could get free from the chains.
Plan, Spike.
That is a good plan. I mean, it could have backfired if she had killed him in a different way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, he's so weak.
Oh, God.
Careful, dude. Dang, it's going full Revenge of the Sith here. You just need to make it long enough till the Scoobies get here and your protective robot. Okay, right in time. Nice shot. Oh, dang, careful, Xander. Nice. Someone help Xander out. Okay, nice. Oh, dang. These minions are pretty good fighters. I thought they were just gonna be easy. Oh no, that's it? That destroyed her? Thought she'd be stronger than that.
Slayer was there.
Lethal fighter.
She seemed to be everywhere at once.
She had friends.
She was changing clothes magically.
And where's my vampire?
Gone. Yeah, that's to be expected with that type of boss.
Is it weird?
Oh, yeah.
It would be weird for me. Can you imagine meeting an exact copy of yourself?
She could be on her way right now.
We'll all be perfectly safe.
Spike built a robot Buffy to play checkers with.
It sounded convincing when I thought it.
Tara.
Personally, I'd rather look at guts.
I found where she's broken. Some of these wires got fried. It's an easy fix.
Oh, okay.
Gets all whooped and his best toy gets taken away.
Please don't be suggesting what I'd have to kill you.
Misty completely on board. It's just, I was so thrashed.
Buffy even feels bad for him. Is this regular Buffy or robot Buffy?
Spike, you're covered in sexy wounds.
Oh yeah, definitely not regular.
Yeah.
He is really, really beat up.
Do you want to ravage me now?
Give us a minute. Got some bones need mending.
Why did you let that glory hurt you?
She's very strong.
Oh, well, I can tell her, and then you won't.
No! You can't ever. Glory never finds out.
Oh wait, no. That's the real Buffy.
Not so pleasant, Buffy. Anything happened to Dawn, you're distraught. Couldn't live.
This is the real Buffy.
Let Glory kill me first. Nearly bloody did.
Yeah, I knew it. That was smart of Buffy, though, to find out. Dang. You must be able to tell, Spike. You must be able to. Dang.
The robot is gone. The robot was gross and obscene.
Isn't supposed
Don't. That thing, it wasn't even real.
Did they actually destroy the robot, though?
What you did for me and Dawn, that was real.
That was.
I won't forget it.
I mean, what now, man? What an interesting turn. All right, so that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 18. That was a very interesting episode, right? I mean, a lot of stuff happened. First we have Buffy off on her side, kind of vision quest, existential search, fear of something that I think is actually a theme that we've seen from probably starting in Season 2. I'm trying to think if there's any episodes in Season 1 even that kind of dealt with it. But basically the idea that being a Slayer, doing this job where so much of the job is fighting and killing creatures, even though they are evil, you know, Buffy's concern of what that does to her soul and losing her humanity. And I actually think that's a really, that's a smart reflection because, you know, I don't know all the data because, you know, I don't know all the literature and the research that we have as far as like psychology and your career, but just common sense and the things that I do know, and then looking at things like veterans or even police officers, just people who have jobs and have spent a lot of time around violence in general, whether or not it's criminal, you know, just being around that I think rubs off and can often rub off in a very negative way. I mean, there's a reason why statistically a lot of people in jobs that expose them to some unpleasant parts of society, you know, end up turning to violence themselves, right? And so I think just the fact that Buffy wants to address it, you know, I think it's different than in Season 3. I'm pretty sure it was Season 3 when Buffy was seriously considering like giving up slaying and being done for it. I think Buffy wants to be careful. You know, having lost Joyce, it's really made her reflect on life and what's important and loving people. And I like seeing those scenes where Buffy's like telling Dawn and telling Giles that she loves them, because that is an important thing. And that is something positive you can take from the tragic loss of someone that you love as a nice reminder to treat the people that you do love better and to tell them how you feel about them. Like, that is an important thing that most of us forget to do as we're just going about our life, right? But we saw the guide who, her response made me think she's not literally the first Slayer, but she said, I'm the guide, this is just my form, right? But it was kind of cool to see the first Slayer back again. Still one of my top episodes of the whole Buffyverse. And so having her come back in that same desert location was a really interesting and cool touch. But what she said, I'm kind of like Buffy, of course it has to be confusing and not straightforward. Any of these type of prophecies or advice in any of these movies, nothing can just be like straightforward, like, okay, this is exactly what I mean. You have to like break it down and think about it. So she said Buffy is full of love, which I think is a very accurate assessment. Like, I think Buffy should be careful to make sure that like the violence doesn't affect other parts of her life in episodes that we see, like when she was bad, for example. It is true, like Buffy obviously has a ton of love, so I think that was very accurate for the guide to be saying that. But then the confusing part that confused Buffy and also confuses me is her saying that you have a gift and your gift is death. And I mean, the kind of surface level way I want to interpret that is like, well, she's giving the gift of death to evil creatures, which is kind of a gift to the world. But I don't think it's as simple as that. I think there's something deeper going on. And I'm trying to remember the exact dialogue from the first episode of this season with Dracula, where he's talking about the darkness within. And I don't know, it makes me think of that. I feel like there's some type of mystery, right? Where we don't fully know all of a Slayer's powers. And so if her gift is death, does she have an ability to impart death in a way that we haven't seen before? Maybe. I could be totally off. I'm just kind of speculating, trying to like predict what will happen here. But then we picked up on the storyline, the wild, wacky storyline of Robot Buffy. And we see Spike, it's kind of realistic, I actually feel like. As odd as it is, we'll see where society is at. Like I said, when AI girlfriends become robots and that's a real thing, I feel like who knows what's going to happen. But Spike using that to kind of fulfill his obsession and his fantasy does feel real, as weird and as strange as it is. It led to a lot of awkward, funny moments where Spike is trying to cover it up. I mean, beyond the fact that the Scoobies would obviously destroy it, I think deep down he's humiliated, right? I don't think he wants people to know that he created this bot version of Buffy, but the secret gets out eventually, right? But it just led to a lot of funny misunderstandings and a lot of funny moments with Anya, Xander, Willow, Buffy. I like how they used that to have a lot of jokes throughout based on that, but then it also led to kind of the more serious plot point of Glory. Glory's minions all thinking that Spike is the key, which was funny, but then led to the serious fact that Spike was captured by Glory. And then we see intense torture scenes. It reminds me of like when Angelus tortured Giles in season 2, at the end of season 2. And then even in the first season of Angel, there's the scene where Angel gets really tortured. I feel like there's another torture scene, but there's been a few brutal torture scenes in the Buffyverse so far, and this was up there. I mean, Spike was in bad shape. I mean, Glory was really making him suffer. And that's one of the things I really like about Glory. That sounds weird the way I phrased it. But I like as a villain, right? And I think I've said similar things before. But she's fun, and she's funny, and she's flippant, and she has a great attitude that makes her very appealing on screen. But at the same time, she's dangerous, and she's ruthless and cruel, right? And I like how Spike, the moment, when Spike basically stood up to Glory and like started roasting her, which was a very risky strategy, right? Like luckily Glory kicked him and broke him free from the chains, and then he was able to crawl over to the elevator, right? But that was a gamble, and such a thing Spike would do, right? Spike is totally a gambler type personality where he would just make a bold play and like, either this works and I'm gonna get free and maybe have a chance at escaping, or it's gonna fail and Glory's gonna cut me in half. Glory could have easily done that when he was talking smack in the face of a god. But I liked how he did that. It showed some real strength in Spike, and on top of that, some serious character. In fact, unless I'm forgetting something, I think that's the best thing Spike has done. I mean, it's still all coming from a place not of moral good, but from his true, his obsession with Buffy. He doesn't want Dawn to get discovered because he wants Buffy to think highly of him. But it's still really commendable that he's willing to sacrifice his own life for that. I mean, that shows some strong commitment and some serious feeling right there. And then we had the really cool moment of how Buffy discovered that at the end, which was actually really smart of Buffy. We've seen Buffy do some good acting before when she and Angel tricked Faith in that great episode from season 3. But it was really cool to see Buffy like acting as a robot because, not only is it like a cool way to play that scene out as like from a storytelling perspective, but also from Buffy's character makes sense because like they said, Spike would lie about it anyways, but they were able to trick him, and that way Buffy realizes that Spike actually is telling the truth. And in that moment, she kind of realizes the strength of Spike's feelings and how what he did really did help them out. And then we have that kiss, right? That first real kiss between Spike and Buffy, which makes me think maybe the arc isn't going to go where Spike dies, which makes me relieved because I don't want Spike to die this season. Is it possible that is there a universe? Look, I didn't think so many of the things that have happened this season have happened, and they have, so I'm not going to write off the possibility that Spike and Buffy actually end up together. I mean, I'm still confused lore-wise how a pure evil vampire could have a relationship without a soul, but I don't know, like, that was a real moment, and that was kind of I like the way that that played out. I like Spike's reaction. I like how different that kiss felt in pretty much every way compared to the robot version of Buffy, you know, like, I can't exactly break it down, but if you just play those scenes side by side, they're a night and day difference, even though the physical actions of the characters of the Buffy bot and Buffy, the real person, kissing Spike are the same, but they're totally different. And then one other thing, and this might be a crazy theory, but I actually think this could be true, okay? So Buffy told Spike that the robot version of Buffy is destroyed, but was the robot version of Buffy destroyed? Or would there be a reason to keep the robot version of Buffy alive? Because if the robot version of Buffy is alive, I could totally see why Buffy would lie to Spike and say it's destroyed. Because she's like, we don't want him getting his hands back on the robot Buffy and just being perverted or whatever, right? But this is what I think. I think robot Buffy could be incredibly valuable to help defeat Glory. I mean, there could be a moment as we lead on to the end of the season. What if there's a moment where robot Buffy gets killed and it's like super dramatic because we don't know that it's robot Buffy, we the audience, but that's part of the plan. And so it's just this shocking moment at the end of the season where we think Buffy is actually dead, and then Buffy comes out from behind Glory and stakes Glory or something like that, right? I could just see that setup happening because like the robot Buffy storyline is so odd, and I feel like it hasn't played out completely, but I could be totally wrong. Maybe this was just really an episode to show not only the humorous moments of Spike getting with the robot Buffy and all the confusion with the Scoobies and all of that stuff, but maybe to as a plot device for Buffy to trust Spike's confession about why he didn't give up Dawn. And one other thing just before I close up, there was an interesting moment, and maybe I missed something in the episode, but when they were talking about casting the protection spells, Xander, Anya, and Tara were all talking about it, Dawn like looked over at them and she grabbed two objects. It almost looked a little bit like earrings to me, but maybe I need to go back and see that scene. But is that something significant that we're setting up for future episodes, or did I just miss something that happened there? Not too sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. As always, the full reaction along with future reactions of both Buffy and Angel are all up on Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone who supports there. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.